This is our VH1 era.
From the Isle of Previously.
Conspiracy theory.
Doo-doo-doo.
I'm on Sexy Watch.
Goal Watch.
Clone watch.
Tyron.
Read alert.
Tyra 2 list.
Double.
Captions crunch.
It's so nice to wear.
You want to wear that top?
My hair bill.
Working models who are working.
It's good, it's round. 23.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Pod Lead'em. That's Top Model Podcast spelled backwards. I'm JW Crump, and Stacy is, once again, here to help us.
I'm Lex Basile Price, and recommend some poses to me, please.
And I'm Hannah Jane Ginsburg. And first of all, let's just get the elephant out of the room.
Bye, elephant. And this is Cycle 23, Episode 7. X marks the spot, which I will give them is at least a pun.
It's cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
Something. I didn't know what it was referring to at first.
It has kind of a double meaning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I still retitled it to The Girls Who Do 3 Interactive Harlem Scenes.
And if you want to interact with Harlem via us, you can become part of the Lead'em Pod and sponsor this show for as little as 99 cents a month. So JW and I can go get some coffee in our home.
Have fun.
You can visit.
It's only 99 cents. It's so inexpensive.
Look, if I need to take the subway on the path to see you, we're going to need some people to sponsor us. So.
And Hannah, now the congestion pricing is non-existent. You can drive here too.
I didn't want that for you.
Thank you. Previously is lying this episode because they re-edited it to make it look like Ashley saying this is so terrible is about Chrislian when it was about Kyle.
Yeah.
Previously on is doing a lot of work this series to make sure that we don't remember what happened. But little did they know we can binge these days.
Previously on has become a little bit of a gaslighter.
Yeah, because they're saying that Rita apologizes for sending Chrislian home over Kyle.
I love that Corianne says that Chrislian is the last person she'll cry for.
If you take that meaning on its surface, it's very mean.
Yeah.
If you actually figure out what she's saying, it's only slightly less mean.
Less mean.
I just imagine Paige came up to her and was like, yeah, it's hard when people you like are in the bottom.
Right?
Right, Corianne? Now you know what it's like when you're in the bottom for me. Easy peasy.
Chrislian left notes for
Yay.
her bunk
And little
buddies.
cartoons.
But I would argue she was bullying Courtney on the way out because she drew little nuts with faces.
Don't be a nut. Stay strong.
We get a preview of India's hair refresh in the Talking Heads.
Uh-huh.
That has not happened in real time yet.
No, because in this episode, we get a new color added to the mix.
Courtney is playing four-dimensional chess when she gives Marissa the hot tip about the closet. Go get it before Binta, Marissa.
I am fascinated by the surplus of space and the lack of space in this house.
I'm fascinated by how Courtney can just change rooms and beds whenever she fucking wants.
Everybody
And
can, though,
closets.
apparently.
Why is this tradesy house? Did Gia break this when she was like, I'm going to live in the living room?
Yes.
Because there was always one extra space that people were vying for. I don't want to skip over.
I don't want to skip this either.
Yeah, all of them. Again, a cute moment for Kyle. When Kyle, Paige, and a third person I don't remember all screamed the "We are rooting for you" speech.
Yeah.
I was like, acknowledging Tyra's kind of fun too.
It's funny that the contestants have so much more affection for Top Model Yor than the show itself does.
Yeah.
That's why I'm surprised they kept it in. The reverence for a show that we're trying to erase. And Paige says to Kyle, you're the comeback kid, boo.
But to go back to the closet issue, Binta has finally met her match in Marissa for argument styles. Because they do it exactly the same way. And Marissa gets to the yelling point first.
Yeah. But also, Binta, if you wanted that closet space, why were you lackadaisically getting to it?
Yeah,
Also,
should have claimed it.
Looking at it doesn't count. I
No.
was looking at it. That means nothing.
I love that Marissa says that she's worked hard to have some wiggle room in the house. What do you mean?
Away from Kyle.
But also, what do you mean you're just claiming little wiggle room places?
Yes.
But it's places where she can just go and wiggle. She can get the wiggles out. Because she is a child still.
I do like the idea of her being like, I gotta hide my stuff from Kyle because she keeps leaving me love notes. Nobody tell Kyle where my things are.
How is Paige always in the argument room? Let her be.
It is fascinating to me that, like, we talked about a little bit last episode, but Benta's in another fight.
Yes.
And I just don't know what to believe anymore. Is Benta causing this somehow?
I think she was set upon.
coincidence?
I think Courtney set Marissa upon Benta.
A little bit here, but I really don't like that Binta tends to end her fights with, well, you're not going to do shit about it, so yeah, nobody's going to beat you up on camera, babe.
Right?
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, and if Marissa's not going to, no one's gonna.
Also, when Cody calls Marissa the little sister she never wanted. Girl, we know who your sister is. You also don't want her. And they both have the same attitude, which is this week's Karma and Chic is attitude.
I love that Cody erases Tosh from existence.
We could tell you didn't want a sister because you're so much happier without one.
Also, Paige just melts into Cody because she's like, how did another fight happen? I said nothing. Oh, and Gia left them a mirror note that they have kept up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because it says she loves them and Jesus loves them. That's the big two. G and Jesus? Come on. Jesus.
Where in New York? I can't even finish it because she's in the same place,
She's
wearing
in
the same makeup.
place. Yep.
Yeah,
Somebody's
Carmen
got to be
Sandiego
there
got
to
bored.
receive those deliveries, I guess.
Dirty grill or shelf storage rack still there. They didn't even get a different angle.
Look, most restaurants fail in the first 3 years.
I have a conspiracy theory.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Remember last episode when Corey Ann and Cody were talking about the long space between panels? Is there a world where Rita was like busy and she banked a lot of these and also set production back?
Feels like maybe.
This is where we see that she was just definitely filming multiple read alerts on the same day.
Yeah.
Context free.
But yeah, because we do get it later, and I'm sure this is what you're referring to, Lex, where she like can't stay for something she's supposed to.
It's rude to eliminate Chris Leanne before the dancing challenge.
Yes.
Seriously. I also love the scared way they all go down the stairs now.
Yep.
How many falls have happened?
Two hands.
Yep.
Slow. Slow.
And then I was scared because backstory in Old Top Model is bad. But luckily it means almost nothing in this cycle.
These awkward preteen dance photos were it, including, speaking of Top Model Your, Paige in the Cycle 5 cover girl pose.
Yep.
It was so good.
But the Western finger guns, neon green and blue outfit, immaculate.
This
Top
alternate-
10 photos of all time.
This alternate reality JoJo Siwa that we get.
No, just JoJo. No Siwa.
Jazz, tap, lyrical, hip hop. Would love to see it, Paige. Because you know who was also that person in hip hop classes? Ya boy.
Give this girl a ribbon and let her dance.
Yes.
I wish this was part of the cycle where they had a baby photo as inspo for a new moment, because imagine the updated couture version of finger guns.
Yes. And this is where I'm going to maintain Kyle is a good sport.
Yeah, here
Because
for sure.
Paige's impression, devastating. Kyle, laughing about it.
So devastating that the show edits it the same moment twice. They show Paige making fun of them, and then Kyle reacts, and then Paige does clearly the same moment again.
So we head to undisclosed location because maybe Beyonce was next door, so we couldn't tell.
It's Booty Tooch Studios.
Where Stacey McKenzie is with Chris Grant.
And these shoes that Stacy is wearing. Gorgeous.
She looks so good.
Yeah.
Chris Grant has a lot of credits. I'm not even going to get into it.
Yeah.
But He is on a continued path to superstardom as he travels around the world, hitting stages with his hit viral song, Wristwatch.
Wow. All right.
Also, let me talk about the Formation Tour, because that's the fifth character of this episode is
Yeah.
Beyonce's
Yeah.
Formation Tour.
Yeah.
I found a description of it from Concert Synopsis.
Mm.
Okay. I'm just going to read snippets, right?
This is very Hannah Jane Ginsburg of you.
Great,
this
great.
particular research.
Okay. Video clips from Lemonade are projected onto the LED cuboid. And
cuboid, you say?
Cuboid. Before performing Me, Myself, and I, Beyonce would often stop and talk to the crowd, speaking on the relationship she and the audience have with God and themselves. This was then followed by Beyonce performing an a cappella rendition of Love on Top, which was said to connect Beyonce with her fans and break down the space between them. The stage is then seen to contain human-sized boxes in which Beyonce and her dancers perform inside of.
Well, sure.
The
Yeah, in
final
which they
act...
perform inside.
This is the last one, and it's the best. The final act of the show is performed in a large pool of water on the tour's secondary stage. Here, Beyonce and her dancers perform a choreography,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
splash in the water to Freedom, Survivor, End of Time, and the show's closing number, Halo. During Halo, Beyonce sings alone, starting the performance on her knees in the pool of water. As the concert concludes, Beyonce was described as standing on stage, quote, drenched, hair sopping, makeup running, and her exhausted body looking at once all but human. Looking at all once but human.
I will say, I don't think, no matter how you feel about her as an individual singer pop star, I think the Formation Tour is probably the most notable tour of our generation.
Mm-hmm.
I think every tour of hers is the most notable tour of our generation.
Very true. But
I
for
want to
some
see her
reason-
so badly.
But also this one, I feel like everyone remembers the name of the tour
Yeah.
as
Yes.
well, which to me is extremely notable. Like you can just say the Formation Tour without her name, and you
Mhm.
know
Yeah.
what you're referring to. And I think that's a very light list of tours.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, this is the man who choreographed Beychella. This is like
Yeah.
legend
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah. It wasn't worth going into his credits because,
Yeah.
like, it's just all.
And did not take it easy on these models.
No,
At
this
least
looks
he gives
hard.
them counts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we all know that choreographer who gives an umcha umpa or
Mhm.
whatever.
Taka taka.
Tick, tick, tack.
Gaga. Oh.
And
You're like,
essentially,
I don't know. What's the 8? Where is
No,
the
we're
8?
gonna go from the gaga. You're like, no.
That always makes me think of one time I auditioned for Disney
Hmm.
parades.
ooh.
Oh yeah, I did. I lived in Southern California. I was only going
Oh.
to
Two
do parades.
things you notoriously love: Disney and parades.
Yep. If I got paid to do it, I would have done it.
Sure.
But it was for, I think, the best parade, which was Block Party at California Adventures. Disney heads, you know what I'm talking about. But for some reason, it was all, wherever we learned the choreography, but they'd always be like, all right, and we'll start with the hair washing. That was always where we started was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, hair washing. Condition that hair.
There's a man. Wash him out.
I think we should pitch Disney a new reality show, which is Are You the Next Clarabelle? Because
Well-
has anyone ever risen to prominence so hard?
Yes, JW, you're old now because New Clarabelle is Miss Incredible. It's now
Oh,
Miss
yeah,
Incredible
no,
on
I've
a
seen.
scooter. It's
But that's
because
why I'm
it's
saying we
all-
need a new Clarabelle to keep
Yes.
competing.
Because it, spoiler alert, it's all gay men in those costumes.
Sure.
They have to be so tall. I'm sorry, there aren't people in those costumes. Those are just friends of them. Do you know
Magic.
about the you can't post a picture of you in costume? You can
Yeah.
be like, this is my friend. Okay.
So Chris Grant teaches them in my opinion, as a non-dancer, complicated, quick-looking routine.
It's challenging.
It's like for real dancers.
Yeah.
But they're mostly expected to just hit the poses.
Yeah.
I think they're very forgiving of the steps that happen in between the
I
poses.
think so.
And Paige is energized.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh.
And India has a hilarious talking head where she puts her reasoning before her answer. where she says, well, I think I'll be very good at this because, people aren't expecting it from me. I'm an athlete. I'm like, no, say the athlete part first.
Yeah. I think also, at first I was like, oh no, Tatiana hates Paige. But then I realized, I think Tatiana thinks Paige is her number one competition.
They give top 2 energy.
Tatiana respects Paige.
Mm-hmm.
She learned during that massage.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, jokes about me loving a model basics aside, I feel like the show is editing right now Paige v. Tatiana for the win.
I don't like watching these challenges
Mm-mm.
because when we are shown the dancing, not to the music that the people were dancing to in life, it is impossible to tell who is good and who is bad. Except for Kyle, who is obviously very bad.
Except for Kyle, who's obviously bad, and Paige, who's obviously good.
Yes.
Like, we know those, right? But everyone else is just kind of in this, like, nebulous...
Well, you 100% have to believe the show.
I believe them when they say Tatiana is good because I find her very graceful.
Mm-hmm.
She goes
so
to
I don't
each
find
pose
it
correct.
A stretch that she's good.
Yeah.
Everybody else could have been doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Their actual challenge, which is crazy, is they're going to be given 10 minutes to come up with 4 counts of choreography that includes their signature move.
That's like a move and a pose, right? 4 counts.
4 counts is nothing.
Yeah. That counts you into doing a dance.
Uh-huh.
Stacy pitches it like it's the hardest thing anyone's ever been challenged to do.
I loved it so much.
my
I feel
gosh.
sorry for you guys.
Well, this says once again, Stacy's like, I'm not participating. Remember last time I opted into participating? Will not this time.
And Marissa says, I've experience with ass shaking in parties, in clubs, or whatever, but I don't have any type of professional lessons. Which makes it sound like she doesn't have professional lessons in ass shaking.
Which they offer.
India is pissed that we're no longer scoring challenges.
Yep.
India watched the last several cycles and thought, I was going to get points for this.
India's like, oh, I could have gotten through on points.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how you can tell that she's writhing with envy? Because her hair is green. Part of India's hair is just a green ponytail now.
Yeah, she's gone in the pool.
Yeah, her hair looks gross. I'm sorry.
It looks
This hair
really-
has completely
it's
fallen
because it's not
asunder.
being conditioned
bad.
either. So it's
Yeah.
starting to dry out.
Well, and India didn't know that she was going to get extreme hair dye
Right.
before coming on the show. Whatever products she's using are not there for color-corrected hair.
No.
Mm-mm.
We continue to get Paige's version of shade when she says, I might not win. Somebody could pull some good moves out of somewhere.
When they get to their dancing, there are some notables, right? Tatiana model.
Mm-hmm.
Marissa is Gypsy Rose Lee as someone yells, give him a glove! Because there's just this weird,
Glove. Marissa, the whole actual storyline for Marissa that the show doesn't say this week is that she finally found something she can't personality her way through.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
And she knows that, and she knows it's not in her favor.
And now that personality looks desperate.
Yeah.
And Stacy, I wrote, goes through the 5 stages of grief while watching Marissa. It's like,
Corey Ann is our classic apologist.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, "Ugh, I don't
I
know."
also don't think hers was that bad,
It
though.
wasn't that
She
bad.
should have just kept going, that's all.
Yeah.
She missed a move and stopped.
Binta, I said, was marked
Is this
present.
New York? Dancing, wiggling.
This is Binta energy!
And then Kyle.
Look, Kyle's just gonna do Kyle and see if that outshines the pack.
Kyle has 0 game. This is where I realized that Kyle has 0 game.
Kyle is not a person meant to be in motion.
No. Kyle is meant to be leaning against a wall and is approached by people.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Kyle decided to just start rolling around on the floor.
When that happens. And everybody's like, oh, this is fun.
And hey, we finally, India's a person. because finally someone said that India's competition. Tatiana finally made India a human being person.
And the show gloms onto it because her Salsa 101 dancing
Was fine. She was third or fourth.
Sure.
It's just so funny that of all the times, in all the episodes we've seen, that India finally gets recognized as a competitor in this, it's this challenge.
Well, I wonder if Tatiana has actually had an eye on India for a while, and now they're just finally throwing it in there because of the way this episode goes.
Because it's the three Rumels. It's Paige, Tatiana, and India.
Yeah.
Courtney counted in her head, definitely.
Courtney
Oh, for sure.
lies about these dance moves and claims there are a lot of dip it low aspects.
Not once.
None. If they were there, we saw none of them.
And then Paige gives Nomi Malone
Mhm.
at her audition after she got called Pollyanna.
Mm-hmm.
You know that this was the face that Paige was taught to hold during these competitions she
Yes.
did.
Mm-hmm.
And now that she's in dance mode, her face is just going to revert to it.
Uh-huh. This sexy, like, but trying.
Mm-hmm.
This makes me want to take Stacey McKenzie to a dance competition and just watch her react.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It'd be the same 5 faces that she did to Marissa.
Oh.
I wrote this, one of my favorite sentences. There's a bottom one, and it's Kyle.
But it gives us a moment where I found Kyle at their most likable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Chris Grant, trying to be nice, says, "You stayed true to you." And Kyle, in Talking Head, responds, "It sounds like a compliment, but I promise you, that's not a compliment. That's a nice way of telling you you're bad at dancing."
There are moments where a cool Kyle comes out, even wearing this hideous outfit.
I really think that this competition was just not suited to their personality.
No.
Well, and it's almost like what we said during all the guys and girls cycles. Relationships make contestants worse than they probably are.
The winner is Tatiana. But I feel like that's because Tatiana was fine. But it feels like Stacey McKenzie knew what the prize was and had spoken to a representative of Gypsy Sport and was like, well, it can't be Paige.
I felt bad for Paige, but I don't find Tatiana's win controversial.
No.
Nah.
People love Tatiana.
Yeah.
Industry professionals love working with Tatiana.
She
I'm not
feels
mad
like
at
a
it.
destined winner. She feels like Shea Coulee on that All-Star season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love that India describes Tatiana as the full package. Businesswoman, model, dancer.
Is that the third B?
Yeah.
Yes.
Classic trio of
Boss,
ideas.
brand, dancer. They are then told that they will be using, don't forget this choreography. No. You will be using it tomorrow.
And to that I say, kind of.
Not really. They're going to have to remember their 4 counts or whatever.
Yeah. And also, Tatiana basically just wins a campaign from Gypsy Sport.
Yep.
Later, they call her the face of the brand.
Yep. Back at the house, Paige offers to help Kyle learn the choreography.
Why
Too nice.
did
Too nice.
Marissa enter the chat?
I don't know. Because it makes Kyle worse.
Yeah.
It's like, it is a middle school boy, like, going like, "Yay."
Trying to flirt.
Yeah. And then Paige fully says at a talking head, Marissa isn't into Kyle.
She absorbed this astuteness from Marissa, it feels like.
Yeah. I think Marissa's telling anyone who will listen.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Dead Man's Wire, the new film from Roque Entertainment. Dead Man's Wire is the incredible true story of the 1977 kidnapping that turned an aspiring entrepreneur into an outlaw folk hero. Directed by legendary filmmaker Gus Van Sant, Dead Man's Wire stars Bill Skarsgård, Dacre Montgomery, Carrie Elways, and Myha'la, with Coleman Domingo and Al Pacino. In select theaters January 9th, everywhere January 16th.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire wrong. So then I'm doing IT, and when I go to plug the servers in, they become sentient, and they won't let us access our network unless we forward their chain emails and memes to more and more and more people, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant finds and invites best fit candidates to apply, so you can discover talent you may have missed. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
We go to Harlem, and I want to say, as someone who's lived in Harlem for a while, you see video shoots on our streets
All the
time. The amount of times I just can't go down a street is kind of astounding. And period piece movies too, a lot.
W Street, I'm not telling where it is, but is used literally every other week for some filming.
Yeah.
And we spoke last week of Lex's belief that Omaha is a state.
Yeah.
Does Rita Ora think that Harlem is a separate city?
Yeah. That.
Because she says Harlem is the city famous for its soulful music, art, and dance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She doesn't understand neighborhoods, which is wild because she's from London, which is all neighborhoods. But whatever.
Famously. I also love that she introduces the director of the video, Director X, by describing him as a little scary, but he means well.
She also says, and I understand what she was trying to do here, that he's directed videos for Drake, Rihanna, Iggy, and even me, Rita Ora. Buddy, you gotta stop.
No, it's so Tyra. This is the one thing I wanted to keep doing. Tyra gave her one post-it that she read. I can't remember if y'all talked about this pre-pod before record or early in the episode, but for some reason this, not just the Stacy fight, but the music video shoot, is one of the only things I remember from this cycle. A lot of this came flooding back. Not specifics really, but like
as
ideas.
Soon as I saw the episode description, I was like, oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even pinpoint exactly why, other than the outfits are very specific. The fight is very specific.
Mm-hmm.
The fight makes a lot of those top 10 lists of like biggest fights on Top Model.
There is a lot of color and personality to the shoot
Mm-hmm.
in a great, memorable way.
And then we're going to do another one take, one shot, because this cycle loves a one take.
Yeah.
I was relieved to see that they did get some kind of walkthrough rehearsal.
I was so happy for that.
Yeah.
And they have marks, notably.
Mm-hmm.
I was disappointed. I don't know how the two of you will feel about this, but I'd love to get your input. That Rita left, because Rita seemed very energized by this music video shoot, because it felt like Rita was really in her element. And when she was talking to the model contestants backstage, she seemed really into this.
She seemed into it, but she was also babbling like a brook. Nothing that she said was helpful or even understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of why I wish she was around for like a while, so that energy would calm down and she'd be helpful, because frankly, Stacey's great. We all love Stacey McKenzie. I'm not sure that this is the arena where her talents are the most useful.
No, it would have been more helpful for Rita to
And maybe in the moment doing the actual walkthrough, she would have been more helpful talking about concrete things to do and not generalities.
Yeah.
But the stuff she was saying before she left, I thought was just nothing.
That's fair. There's heavy ADR about her bailing on the shoot.
Oh,
the director works well when he has something to work with. Great.
Let me give Director X their roses.
Mm-hmm.
They are incredibly prolific. I'm not going to get into a ton of it. But this, I thought, would make JW happy. They're also Julian Christian Lutz, professionally known as Director X. They were slated to direct Disney's horror feature Razor Wire, though it never moved into production.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. They also had a show I think it was only in Canada, I'm not sure, called Robin Hood, which was a woman who was black and bisexual. And basically the show got review bombed.
That sucks.
Yeah. They have a foundation called Operation Prefrontal Cortex, which was an initiative, it's a wild name, to reduce Toronto's gun violence through mindfulness and meditation.
Cool.
And most importantly, they've directed 1 million music videos, but
many.
I've pulled out a couple that I think we can all relate to.
Oh, I believe the most important one is work.
I was going to say Nelly Furtado, Promiscuous.
Oh, yeah.
The Rihanna work video.
Rihanna work and Pond to Replay.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, the seminal Peaches and Cream music video from 112.
Because of when I was in middle school, I saw the music video for Yeah of Usher featuring Lil Jon a lot.
A lot, yeah. And Gypsy Sport. no longer exists.
Right.
They, at their 10th year anniversary, they called it quits. And it seems partially due to the use of the word gypsy.
Mm-hmm.
They had been pushed for years to address that. And it seems like Rio Uribe, who was the designer and creator, kind of just was like, well, I'll get to 10 and then we'll just kill the brand.
Mm.
I thought Director X was a really interesting presence and had the kind of personality that was very good for these models to figure out how to interact with.
Yes.
I didn't say that great, but I just thought it was really good for them to work with someone who was clearly not interested in being charmed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It was like, this is work time. It's time to work. That's it. Let's go.
There's a lot of moving parts to this. You're just one of many things.
Yep.
It was just weirdly professional in a way that they don't do on these kind of shoots usually.
And it's interesting to see somebody on Top Model directing a video who is an experienced video director.
It isn't
I don't know
Mr. J.
that we've ever seen that before. Who isn't Mr. J, who isn't Nigel, who isn't Tyra.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting because this was a shoot that was done in one take, but you'll find that Director X was comfortable yelling out things during the take, which is what a real director would do, not just, well, we'll let them mess up because it'll be good TV.
Mm-hmm.
And the walkthrough, it was just, I know we talked about it, but like having them just go through and like, here are your marks. You're going to stop. You're going to do your dance thing at the end. Was just so useful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, when Stacy takes over.
That's my favorite Babysitter's Club book.
Like Christy would ever let that happen.
Christy fully has motto, and Stacey's like, it's time to shine.
Marissa's brain does like there's like a switch that goes off in Marissa's brain because it seems like she just cannot compute anything that Stacy is saying to her.
This whole fight was a little hard for me to parse out because of two things. One, maybe it's just because we only saw her doing it to her. It did feel like Stacy had it out for Marissa a little bit. I thought some of this was unnecessarily combative on Stacy's end.
Sure.
Maybe.
And
I would guess that she did more active coaching of the other models that we didn't see.
Yeah.
I just wish we had seen that because it really felt like in the edit
that she was picking on.
And I want to be clear, I'm on Stacy's side. Marissa just makes wrong decision after wrong decision after wrong decision.
And I do think there was
don't
something
understand why
from...
Stacy just didn't bail.
I think there was something from the day before where Stacy watched Marissa's performance and said, this person is about to fuck this up. I gotta fix this.
Okay.
Because they don't care.
Because Marissa sassing Stacy and sassing lip.
Just so defensive. Just so defensive. Not interested in hearing anything Stacy has to say.
Like, I feel like Stacy did give her a lot of chances to, like, zip it.
Yes.
And then just being like, well, you're not telling me. Tell me, please. Recommend me pose. And then Stacy going, she keeps doing this stupid hat thing. And I was like, perfection. But then let's take a little break from Marissa and talk about someone else's trials and tribulations. Because we get a captions crunch in this section where they add with chapstick. That was never said. But Courtney saw a makeup artist mix their lipstick with a lip balm.
Burt's Bees, specifically.
But yes, it's Burt's Bees. And Courtney's like, well, my lips are out. There's an allergy. I can feel it. And then
it's burning.
It's burning.
Can you get it off faster, please?
But then who is it that looks at the...
Marissa.
Yeah. When
Marissa takes a break to Encyclopedia Brown this.
When Marissa just turns the Burt's Bees balm and says, there isn't nuts in this. Because production took Courtney's allergy seriously before. And I bet you is using that Burt's Bees is just in Courtney's bag.
Yeah. Which leads to the sentence from Courtney. Well, usually products do have almond oil. That's like a known fact.
That's a known fact. Marissa being in both of those storylines is so complicated to me.
That's why I didn't remember.
Like in my head, she was fighting with Stacy.
And then
heard
this, yes.
went over there, did that, came back and was like, now teach me poses.
This episode did solve a mystery for me because I've been wondering about the big blue confessional eyeliner. Because we've been seeing it on Marissa. And then last episode, we started seeing it on Tatiana. And this is how I figured out that apparently a bunch of confessionals were filmed right after this video shoot because they have this eyeliner on.
Makes sense.
They also have one contestant has their full face covered, and that is Binta. Why did they give this to Binta?
This
To give her hair?
fringed turban. Was she wearing it backwards?
This is such an extra weird challenge, which she doesn't complain about at all.
And then Binta's statement.
Oh boy.
I am a very playful and very energetic person. That's what they say I'm not, but that's actually one of my biggest qualities.
Because she says it so dully.
So
and
sad.
then production leaves in the pause.
Mm-hmm.
It's cruel, truly.
You don't know what she's talking about. They don't give this any context.
It's almost as if this confessional was for our podcast.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
we kind of said the energy thing.
I went on a very short journey with Paige where I said, this hat is the worst thing I've ever seen because
Bucket.
bucket hats on adults are disgusting. But then when she threw it at camera at the perfect angle, I was like, it all makes sense now.
It was so good.
She had no right to do as well as she did in this.
No.
She basically doesn't get the win because they just wouldn't realistically hire her.
But it was a professional on a professional set with a professional director.
Yep.
Making cute choices.
That is hard to do, to throw the hat at just the right angle
Where you're
so it
still in the
looks like
shot.
that on camera. Yes.
And you're smiling.
Mm-hmm.
It was so impressive. I was
And it
so
wasn't
happy.
cheesy.
No. On the other hand, Courtney missed every single mark.
How? How did you do
Her
that?
lips were burning.
Also, we should say these marks are full
Chalk.
chalk drawings. Like, they are not
Huge.
missable.
No.
You see them in the shot.
Yeah.
Then Cody gives one of the worst takes about Boss, crying, and sympathy.
Because here's the thing. I actually had a lot of respect for Courtney coming back and being like, I beefed that so hard.
Sure.
Because I always like when people are self-aware enough to actually know when they do well and when they
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Cody. I don't think a boss would try to get sympathy from people like that.
Oh no, she Amazon wishbowled with Tosh. They switch bodies. Could you imagine Freaky Fridaying with only your twin?
Oh my gosh.
But I'm a tomboy, canonically.
All your friends are just like, I don't know, you seem like the same person.
No.
Paige is the only one who goes over to comfort Courtney. And I think part of that is because Paige is like, I'm not going home this week.
Yeah.
I have the emotional energy for this.
Kyle just isn't a person who's meant to move around.
They did the same pose every...
I appreciate that Kyle at least tries.
Yes.
God bless him.
Yeah, they did.
They're not refusing to try.
Yeah. India's hair got sprayed with color spray, right? This is not...
What's that
Color.
purple
It's all-
perfume they had? Also, I'm sorry, and we can cut this out if the two of you think that this is sideways bad. I think her makeup makes her look like a clown.
It does.
It is, I don't think the colors and the
And what's-
saturation were
The
the
outfit
correct
was the
choices.
best. The outfit was the
The
best. The,
outfit was
makeup was
cool.
the worst.
And the performance was good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then Marissa goes, and Stacy came to set to watch
Yep.
because calling out the dumb hat pose again.
Flicking hat and the same dumb pose.
It was such glorious juxtaposed editing to hear Stacey be like, yeah, she did what I thought she would do. She did terribly, did that stupid hat pose, should have listened to me, and Marissa being like, I killed it.
Slay.
And then However I feel about the fight earlier, I am full team Stacey McKenzie when she goes, Miss Marissa.
We got to talk.
I don't know. 23 years in the business and still
counting.
counting. Love this.
I
Because
thought
I think it probably
Stacey-
takes a lot to get Stacey to this point.
Yeah.
Well, and I honestly thought Stacey was a lot kinder to Marissa than she needed to be.
Uh-huh.
Because
Especially at this
Marissa
point.
still didn't hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already fabulous.
I'm good.
Because Stacey
Buddy.
decides she kindly, I think,
Mhm.
wants to get closure
Yes.
and be like, look, Marissa,
Mm-hmm.
we've cooled down. Let's talk about why you just cannot do this.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Let
gonna
me
get
save you from
blacklisted.
yourself in the future.
Yes, it felt very like, I don't think this was ever Stacey McKenzie. I'm not saying that. But it felt like hey, I know what's happening.
Mhm.
I don't want you to fuck yourself over. I've seen that happen. And I think you're good enough that it shouldn't kind of feel is what it felt, you know?
And I do think this is where Marissa's force of personality gets her in trouble
Uh-huh.
because she has primarily been able to personality her way through things.
Mm-hmm.
She's just a little too proud of herself.
Mm.
Yeah.
She hasn't learned the, like, I should listen to people that have experience.
Mm-hmm. Well, she also has advice for other people that she doesn't have for herself.
Uh-huh.
Because at one point we hear her tell Kyle, well, not everybody's going to like you,
Uh-huh.
which is good advice that Marissa is not taking for herself.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's because they're sitting on these chairs outside again that are definitely infested with something, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There's
yeah.
no
Mhm.
way that these don't have
These
bugs.
are mold. These are mold now.
Or bugs in them.
Ugh.
Marissa gets back in my good graces when she, straight to camera, unedited talking head says, I wouldn't be depressed if Kyle goes home because that's one step closer to my own personal goals. Has anyone been so uninvested in a relationship?
Ever?
both the goal of getting a step closer to winning and also the goal of getting rid of Kyle.
Yep. And then India fully games the game by saying, well, if I do badly, I was in the bottom 3 last week, and if I'm in the bottom 2, it would make sense for them to send me home. I'm like, look at you, producer.
I also wrote the note. Oh no, Binta thinks she brought energy.
Ooh. Did we all see the crystal that Courtney was wearing with the Kikarumi this time?
Ooh.
Crystal, like wrapped, you know where it like gets wrapped with wire?
Yep.
Mm.
You're
She's
talking like I don't have one of those.
She's a crystal girly.
Is it to somehow ward off Ashley Graham?
Maybe she's recharging it in the moonlight so that it like buffets Ashley. So we head to panel, and there, for the first time,
Yay.
is a guest judge.
Wait. Before we get to panel, captions once again
Add sentences.
decided to add a full sentence that nobody said.
This is so weird.
Because we got good luck, be brilliant, and then captions added in silence. May the force be with you. Nobody said that.
Did this episode air on May the 4th?
Yes.
Fun.
It was so weird.
Oh, it's, you know why, Hannah?
Why?
It's because Hulu is now on Disney Plus,
Mhm,
so they're just adding those into shows.
Going back.
I
Going
can't
back,
wait
going
until
back.
Grogu is in the next photo shoot.
Could you imagine? Just with the one where you're sipping tea or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, it's the little tea drinkers club. It's India, Korea,
And Grogu. So we have a guest judge for the first time.
Oh, it's so
Yay.
good.
It really, we talked about it, but it feels like they're just trying to shift Rita out of the show already.
But it was just so welcome, especially for this,
Yeah.
when none of the judges are experts on this.
Yeah, truly. And it's just, it reminded me so much of why I enjoy guest judges because they
Mhm.
offer a different perspective. Director X actively says why their perspective is different.
Yeah.
Yes. It's great.
It's great.
What isn't great is the JoJo Siwa coat that Rita is wearing. This saggy pink sparkle top that we later reveal is a saggy jumpsuit.
Oh, it was clearly a sag. I got why she wore it, but it wasn't good. Like, I got the vibe.
Ugh.
I kind of like the red streaks in the ponytail.
The red streaks are nice.
I liked them.
The outfit that I found super unfortunate in a way that made me very sad was Binta.
Why
Yeah,
wear
I think
this?
she's maybe running low on outfits. You know who post-production's thought was unfortunate was Marissa's top, which has to be blurred strategically throughout the entire episode.
It is blurred in such a way
I don't know what's
that
happening.
makes it look like her nipple is in the top right corner of her breast.
Yes, because it doesn't like anatomically make sense.
Nope. The area that they blur, there shouldn't be anything you need to blur there.
I just think it's so funny that the week after Chris Lian went home, we have someone whose outfit has to be blurred due to the overt sexiness and skin showing.
Paige is first when she spins with these jump ropes
Mm-hmm.
and then tops it with that hat throw that we talked about. It is so fucking good.
It's so good. It feels like everything. The challenge was, they barely talk about it, was to have 3 distinct moments
Mm-hmm.
while still moving, while still modeling. It's a lot. And she always feels like she's in the environment.
Yes.
Everything she did related to what, like when she went on that walkthrough, she was like, okay, I can do this here.
Mhm.
I can do this here and that.
Had a plan.
And I am so glad that they praised her because I was bracing for
Mm.
you're too corny or whatever.
Director X just fully says that Paige was the favorite.
Yeah. Basically, he's like, well, I wouldn't hire her for this, but I would hire Paige for,
Yeah.
But I probably will hire her in the future.
yeah.
Mhm.
Corey Ann is next.
I agree with Law Roach.
I also do.
I thought this was kind of boring.
Yeah.
It's serviceable.
Mhm.
She was the person that they marked it with.
Yeah, it was
Mhm.
fine. It was fine.
I thought she looked good in the clothes.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of these contestants didn't walk like they were going somewhere.
No.
Mm-hmm.
They walked to a mark.
Hmm.
Marissa comes up,
And we got to get the elephant out of this room, y'all.
fully reframes the Stacy interaction.
Well, you could tell Marissa came to fight because she's back to week 1 makeup.
Oh, yeah. This is her armor.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
Blurred boob, dark lip.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Lots
fresh
and
and
lots
young.
of eyeliner.
Uh-huh.
It really is like Marissa saying, "You thought I was gone."
Bad Girls Club Marissa is here.
Yep.
And then just gives
Lies.
the most biased version of the story that you possibly could.
As if Stacy's not ever going to be able to talk to them.
And
As
like
if
she
Director
hasn't
X
talked to
wasn't
them
there.
already.
Yeah.
That's what I loved about Director X's comment so much when he was like, we all talk to each other. You're not going to get hired.
Stacey McKenzie was probably in a group thread with all of them immediately.
Stacey and I, both Canadian,
Yes.
have
Yeah.
known each other forever.
And this is so stiff.
Mm.
It's so awkward. And then, yes, Stacy was right. That is a dumb hat thing you did.
And it was nice to see Ashley Graham get upset with someone for something that they did.
That wasn't
Yeah.
And not
Courtney.
just who they are.
Yeah.
Cody's next.
Oh, and I just wanted to call out in Marissa's video, the girl who was jumping rope stole the entire thing.
Mhm.
Always.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She was
And-
amazing.
And differently every single
Yep.
time.
yes.
She was doing more than the next person because Cody just kind of like does basically a Kyle and is just like,
Mm.
Cody's big problem was that Cody stopped too much.
yes.
Yes.
Every scene was not in motion. It was as if a weird effect was on it where we were framing
Yes.
Cody while the environment was still
Moved.
going around her.
It was so strange. And I thought Director X gave her a pretty good, I think it was to Cody, of just like, this is not a photo shoot. This was,
Mhm. Well, you could tell how frustrated he was working with people who had not done any kind of video moving camera work.
Yeah.
Because he was very clearly like, all of you are photo models, and it shows, and I was annoyed.
and Paige, I would hire you.
I thought it was cute of Cody though, because the rest of the panel gives her some positive critique,
Mhm.
and then Director X says, "I am a little mad at it," and Cody goes, "Oh no!" Like out loud, "Oh no, not me!"
But they can't be mad at Cody that long because Binta comes up,
So they had zero usable footage.
right?
is what I'm getting from Binta's.
The rope turning?
A cute idea that was
Cute
clearly
idea.
not going to happen when
But
you
also-
have one take.
What, one take, and also you've never turned rope, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea of it. I think Binta hit too hard on the interactivity portion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It would have, I mean, to be fair, would it have been amazing if one model, Paige, had jumped into the rope and
My God.
jumped
Can you
out?
imagine?
Would love.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what
But you
Binta-
can't do that in one take.
No. And that's what Binta tried. But then it just looked like Binta wandered in and was like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah, just kind of took the ropes without permission.
Uh-huh. And this stupid turban that is covering her full face.
We haven't talked about it. I really enjoyed that we got full screen of the video and these little inset judges' reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really fun way to show
It was
at
the
panel.
Rita alert framing, truly.
Surely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kyle's next. So uncomfortable the entire time.
I thought the last moment was good.
The Justin Bieber hat turn.
Yeah, it was cute.
I mean, yeah, I think
Mhm.
Kyle can, similar to hands in pockets fall back.
Yeah.
Kyle has the ability to come up with cool individual quick moments.
Yes.
Yes.
I've said many times already, this is not a person who should move around.
Hmm?
The biggest problem with the video is that their eyes are closed.
Yeah. Very
It would have been
strange.
maybe 30% better if their eyes were open.
Dude, that's good top model math.
Yeah. It was very, my eyes are sensitive to the sun and I can't open them.
Mm-hmm.
And that was Chrislian's thing.
But also, you had a hat. So it couldn't have been that sensitive.
Oh, true.
Just pull it forward.
Yeah. Courtney's next. This leg kick.
What a choice.
Woo!
All of her tension went straight into her mouth because
Yeah.
her lips are pursed the entire time.
And we didn't talk about it, but they make Courtney the like Director X super fan for some reason.
I was
Oh,
so
yeah.
intimidated.
What are you talking about?
She even says I was fangirling. Courtney?
You?
Not my Courtney. I loved, and I think this is so apt from Law. He says it about to Courtney, but about Cody and Courtney.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think you're our Italian Vogue contestants, and you
Mm.
needed to give this a little teen Vogue.
I
Yeah.
And that is
loved it.
so true.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this was. This whole thing was a teen Vogue moment.
Mhm.
Yes.
Tatiana's next. There's something about this video that skeezes me out. And there's a too
Ooh.
much baby, like sexy baby vibe to it.
I thought
Huh.
her movements were a little too young. The twirling, the
Interesting.
pigtail
Hair.
thing
Ah.
was really the move that did it for me. Because the bouncing, I was okay with.
Sure.
And then
Yeah.
we got to the pigtail twirls, and I was like, I'm not a fan of this vibe.
With this
Mm.
tiny cowboy hat.
I also just found the whole thing so boring.
Yeah.
It's kind of just nothing. I felt bad for the cowboy hat because we even saw they edited out here, but during her footage, when she did her dance, it just fully came off.
Yeah, it wasn't big enough, and it wasn't attached to her head.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then India comes up. And Paige almost
They
audibly
cut
says,
to Paige over and over again, being like, oh, fuck.
because it's pretty good.
It's great. It's really
yeah,
good.
she does great. Looks natural.
Yeah.
And just is serving face.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even though I do think this makeup is
Wild
stuff.
No. Private panel. The bottoms are Courtney, Kyle, and Marissa.
And yet, Ashley is still going to take that moment. The thing that saved Courtney every week is her pretty face.
I just can't believe there's a world in which we don't talk about Binta being in the bottom.
Right? Hers was the
Binta
one of the
was-
worst.
Yeah, Binta was bottom two for me for sure.
Unusable. At
Mhm.
least you could use Kyle at the end doing the
Yep.
hat.
You could have,
thing.
if you had edited these together, you might have even chosen that one. You would have
Binta's
used pages, obviously, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
was somehow, even though they were each only a few seconds long,
So-
Binta's was somehow so much shorter than everybody else's, and half the footage was unusable that we saw.
Yeah.
Which meant that it was all unusable.
You know what it actually reminded me of? Remember Carrie D's Catalan?
Yes.
commercial where she was just like interacting. What?
It was also great. This is why we need a guest judge, because it made Private Panel actually pretty interesting. When Director X was like, hey, on the day, if you told me to pick a winner then, I would have picked Paige.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, India kind of turned it out when he's like, I didn't necessarily think she was gonna. But it, like, worked on film.
And this is actually an interesting thing that is supported by the footage we've seen. I don't think India in person is necessarily the most memorable, effervescent, sparkly personality.
But purple hair!
But when you see the work, you're like, well?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
While Paige, you can't ignore Paige on the day.
Right.
I also like that he said of Marissa, every day is just a day of how beautiful you are. And that's all that people tell her, and she needs to hear other things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who this was about, but I wrote Rita whined, but in her defense, she's young. Was that about
Marissa.
Yeah.
We're the same age.
Rita's like, we got to keep at least one contestant that's younger than me in this contest.
And speaking of, we cut to a backstage moment, as we have been recently, and we get emotional Marissa's version of an apology.
Gorgeous.
Which is this. I know I've bumped heads with quite a few of you, but whatever, and so thanks.
Remember when she gave such a great apology, episode 2 or whatever?
You know how to do it.
But this is her, like, goodbyes.
And Benta is just disassociating on that couch.
Yup.
I think Binta thought she was going home.
I think she did.
I think one of the reasons Binta escaped the bottom was that the judges knew how upset she was.
Yeah. Yeah. Because she comes to, I mean, we went past it, but she came to judging thinking, I got this. And then saw and was like, oh, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, didn't she say something like, I just don't ever want to produce something that bad?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Which, that kind of stuff really warms me to Benta. Not that I'm not. I like Benta, actually.
I like her, actually.
Mhm.
But Benta, like, I like this idea that she wants to be proud of her work.
Mm-hmm.
I think the judges warmed to it as well, because when they were looking at the video and panel, they start off laughing because it's laughably bad.
Yeah.
And when they see how upset she is, they're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
she gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's more endearing than Marissa's attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Yeah. Call out order. India gets first call out.
To Paige's dismay. I'm glad for India. I think it's deserved. But of course,
Yeah.
Paige was like, again.
Paige gets second. Corianne gets third.
I mean, who would you put third, though?
None of them, I guess.
Yeah,
looking
I
at
honestly
the
think
list.
Corianne third makes sense.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think she was third.
Yeah, she was serviceable.
Yeah.
Then Tatiana, sure. Then Cody.
I would have actually maybe scooted Cody at least one place up. Stiffness aside, I thought
don't
some of
know.
Cody. Okay, I thought some of Cody's was usable.
I think she and
I'm not
Tatiana
gonna fight
are
at
pretty.
you on it.
I think
Yeah,
she
Cody
and
and
Tatiana
Tatiana.
are pretty equivalent.
Yeah,
And then Binta.
Somehow.
So high. And that's saying she's fifth or whatever.
yeah.
And then Courtney. Which actually it's kind of fantastic to me that they're like, Binta's was better than Courtney.
Yep.
That
Just
was
to
actually
fuel
Graham.
that. Yeah. Leaving Kyle v. Marissa.
Which, from a storytelling place, it's our
Perfect.
first top two that we get a
Bottom
story
two.
told. Bottom
Mhm.
two. Yeah,
Yep.
bottom two.
Kyle, you're still awful. Marissa, mediocre, but terrible attitude. And I think Marissa does, there is a part of Marissa's like, oh, I'm definitely going home.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to teach me a lesson.
Mhm.
I thought she was going home too. This one tricked me.
And then this blur continued. It got bigger, I think. The tit blur was
Well, the moisture of her tears made the white
glisten.
bodysuit even more see-through.
And Kyle finally goes home.
Look, this is one of my all-time favorite exit lines. Thank you for believing in me for as long as you did.
And then they say, as an exit statement, I was definitely out of my element in most of the competition. Like, I'm like, Kyle, why were you here? You just leave giving me the same thing of like, why did you do this?
Mm-mm.
Were you asked? Were you blackmailed? What was...
I actually have an answer for you.
Ooh,
Of
If we're ready to go to the
course.
I'm ready.
Okay. So, Kyle McCoy. Now, we have mentioned in the very first episode of this cycle, after 2017, Kyle disappears from the internet. So, a lot of this is from 2017, 2018. But after the show, Kyle was in the Satellite Journal, Milk.xyz, Modern Salon, You Do You, and the Washington Post. They modeled for Global Hair and Fashion Group, V4 New York, and Lloyd Hall. And in 2018, they walked in a men's fashion show for In Hollywood at New York Fashion Week. And that was also covered by The Cut, which was interesting. Like I said, they're very, very offline now. There is an Instagram with the handle Kyle_McBoy that might be
kind
it.
of cute.
That is cute.
But it's private, got under 1,000 followers. And anytime there's a link to any old social media in like an article about Kyle, it's broken.
Yeah.
So for some reason, I'm going to talk about 2 interview things that came soon after. Of course, our post-show interview. But this one isn't with Law Roach. It's with Drew Elliott. And there's no explanation. There's this is the most likable Kyle has been. There's this interesting part where Kyle describes at the top of the interview with Drew, they describe themselves as an intersectional feminist, but once they got in the house, they forgot about using that platform to have some of those conversations and got really distracted by trying to figure out how to win top model. And they were like, honestly, it was an interesting discovery for myself to realize I had that like competitive, almost selfish side to myself. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
And reveals they didn't audition, scouted from the internet and were cast through that. And when people reached out, even though they weren't necessarily originally interested, they were like, I would have to be a real a-hole to think I was too good for top model. I'm a bartender right now.
Sure.
Nice attitude.
Yeah.
And then Drew, by the way, is not the interviewer at law, is maybe he had to do this last minute. I'm not going to give him too much shit, but Drew, that also means that Drew sometimes just gossips. Because clearly at the end of all these, and I didn't realize it until now, there's a list of questions of just like, who's the house mom? Who's going to win it? Who's the messiest? And everyone is saying Courtney for messiest. And Drew, after that, was like, people just aren't Courtney fans, are they? And Kyle's like, I'm not going to, I don't know.
He said
for
Ashley.
them.
Ashley isn't a Courtney fan.
And then Drew says, because Kyle says the same thing that a lot of contestants have, is like, oh, it's great to hear some positive feedback from you. I didn't get a lot of that in panel. And Drew says, I just want you to know that I was actually saving you a lot. And I was like, that's not the compliment that you think it was.
Yeah, that. We could just replay that Kyle clip saying that sounds like a compliment, but it's not.
And then the interview just ends. And there's this awkwardness, and Kyle goes, well, I'll see you around. Because there's a moment where Kyle says something like, well, I never got to like know everyone as well as I wanted to. Like, I always wanted to ask you how you got started at Paper Magazine, and unfortunately we never got to talk about that. And Drew's like, Kyle's like, oh, we're not gonna now? Got it.
Bye.
And then from an interview with Entertainment Weekly, they ask a bunch of questions. It's a pretty good interview, but I wanted to just highlight this one question and answer. As a queer model during a time of rapidly evolving political landscapes, do you feel a responsibility to, quote, represent the queer community on Top Model? That's an interesting way of looking at it, because I got a lot of pushback from both the judges and the viewers with regard to similarities they saw between myself and Ruby Rose, who's obviously a prominent androgynous figure in the media. I was told, and have been told online, there's already a Ruby Rose, we don't need you. That, to me, is silly, because we have so many male and female models who share looks and other similarities, but nobody says, we already have a blonde model, we already have a male model. I don't think we need just one androgynous, non-binary figure. In fact, I think that almost speaks to a lack of understanding. There are so many non-binary people in society, and there aren't just 2 generic categories of gender anymore. The spectrum's broadening, and we don't need one androgynous person. We need as many as are willing to put themselves out there.
That is good.
That's a great answer. And it kind of shuts my mouth a little bit and makes me retract a position that I took, because Law said something about, you know, a lot of people have this look and you're not living up to it. And I agree with the point still that Kyle was not a good enough model to become as celebrated as these other models.
Yeah.
But that isn't something you're going to say to somebody with a way more normal look.
Yeah, it's interesting to look at it as a idea of tokenism that we don't necessarily always talk about. That was interesting. I just wish that was any of Kyle on the show.
I know.
Yeah, all the post-show stuff was really encouraging and enlightening, and that's just not the edit they received. And it sounds like Kyle also contributed to that.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say.
don't think it's just the edit. I think that they walked into the competition and went fully deer in headlights.
Yeah.
And kind of fell back and regressed a little bit to a
sure.
sort of younger persona. And I could totally see how that would happen to someone who was not really prepared to be on a reality television show.
Yeah.
But all of that stuff like contextualizes Kyle in a way that I'm happy that we do these updates.
And if you're happy we do these updates, you should rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast. We love hearing from you, your hot takes, your iced tea. You can also reach out to us at podleadum.com or send us an email at podleadum@gmail.com. You can find me anywhere at Yet Charming.
I am on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm on Instagram at JW_Crump.
And be sure to use the hashtag podleadum. And why don't we talk about tokenism? That can't be dangerous. Whenever you
Wait, is that the whole hashtag?
Yeah.
Great.
What about tokenism? This can't be dangerous. Anywhere you talk about us. So for Podleadum, I've been Lex Basile Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you on top.
Podleadum is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.